Welcome to the Four Brewers Podcast. My name is John Holzer, and as always, I am joined by
Jason Harris,
Greg Nagel,
and Tim Mather.
And this week on the show, we have another set of blind beers by way of Kyle from the chat. I think his handle on Twitter is usually Max Power 683, I believe. He did this for us not too long ago. I'm looking on the website right now to see when that was, and I'm waiting for a response. And it was episode 335, April 28th, 2021.
It was my birthday.
There you go. Happy birthday, Greg. He decided to do it again, which is very gracious of him because it's difficult to do that because we're still recording remotely. And so he had to get the beers to all of us, and so he had to meet with Greg. And
Thank you.
I don't know if Jason met with Greg, and he mailed beers to Tim.
Logistics.
Okay, yeah.
But
Jason met
Kyle,
with him too.
Kyle
Yeah,
putting in real work to get us blind beers, and really appreciate it.
Very much
super rad.
appreciated.
Really putting in effort. True MVP, 4B supporter.
Before we dive into the Blind Beer Showdown, I want to give a quick shout out to our newest supporter on Patreon, Jeff Austin. He signed up at the $1 level. And update, I haven't mailed glasses, which is typical for me if you've been a supporter of ours for a long time. I've been dragging my ass. We're having some family issues that I haven't spoken about publicly too much. My mom got cancer, and she had cancer on her tongue. So she had to get it removed, and it's been a whole thing. And
Sorry, man.
It's not to bring the show down or anything, but there's been life stuff happening. So,
Got to handle that life stuff, man.
What's that?
Got to handle the life stuff, man. It's important.
Yeah, it's just adding to the slog of 2021, and I don't know, whatever. But we're here to have fun and not talk about that kind of thing. So, he gave us, I think, 6 beers total. In a variety of packages. There's a bottle, there's some tall boy can or 16-ounce cans, and then there's I think 1 or 2 12-ounce cans. Kyle did number these, and I think we all agree we should go in numerical order. I'm assuming he put some thought into this.
It's gonna get real confusing if we don't.
Yeah.
Like think fast. 4.
The
Starting with beer. Well, beer number 1 is a bottle, so that's the only bottle.
We're starting with our first beer number 3. Now our second beer is going to be beer number 5.
The horrible irony in the first beer being the bottle, and I did not bring an opener, so I'll be right back.
I cleaned my office yesterday, and I found my opener. It was behind my chair, which is hilarious.
I keep mine stuck to the fridge.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you guys, I think I know what this beer is just by looking at the color of the cap.
Really?
So
it is a red and white cap, but I'm not trying to figure it out, though.
I'm not going to speak until you guys guess because I don't want to spoil it.
It's very kind of you, sir.
Just from the bottle is what looks like a 330 ml, not a 12 ounce, and it's kind of that like little wine bottle looking kind of Euro bottle. So I'm gonna guess this is something.
Just looking at the label,
Belgian or German.
Yeah, the little label I can see on the neck. It almost reminds me of that beer that we bought Jason when Tasting Niche was on the show. That French beer, 17 something.
Yeah.
It's what it reminds me of. Just looking at it and the shape of the bottle, it looks kind of like a Euro bottle too. But I could be completely wrong about that.
This is a light-colored beer. Whoa!
Yeah, it smells exactly what I think it is. So I'll keep quiet.
I have not poured mine yet.
Greg's such an expert.
I know my beer labels of the world, or beer bottle caps. I mean.
He did cover the cap. All I see is red on the cap. So
what did I do?
Nothing comes to mind that is in a bottle like this that has a red cap.
Here's what I'm guessing it based off of. Just the red rim.
White.
Yeah, if you're watching the video, that's what we see right there.
There's also a little peak here of
a little peaky
red and white.
Red and silver.
So this tastes like a German Pilsner, if I had to guess. It's Pilsner-y, but not super hoppy. It's like on the lighter side of hops.
It's got a little bit of a farty smell, I want to say, on the nose.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of like noble dank, so I'm guessing it tastes like a Euro Pilsner, but not anything on the hoppier side. I'd be surprised if it was Czech, although being red and white, isn't that Czech? red and white. I think
It's got a kind of a fizzy head that's quick to dissipate. It does hang out a little bit, but it's very neutral to me. Very one-dimensional. It's very clean. I feel like I could drink a lot of this and be very happy, especially if it's hot out.
Yeah, I'll second that. But it's, I mean, I follow up with just the Euro, like Euro pills of some kind for sure in that zone.
Yeah, definitely.
The red and silver stripes kind of seem familiar. I can't place it, but I feel like I've had this on one of our things before.
Yeah,
I want to say it's Belgian. I'm blanking on the beer now.
yeah. I cannot think of anything that has a red cap,
Is it
a silver.
is it
and-
Bavik?
No, I'm thinking. I may be wrong, so I'll go ahead and start guessing. I was
Okay,
looking
go
up-
ahead.
I was going to say it's very Kolschi. The reason I say that is very snappy, very crackery, very pale ale. It's got some minerality to it, some metallic-y minerality to it, which you don't often get from, American versions of this beer. I know that Scott Windsor also recently went to Belgium and he visited his friend in Cologne. And,
Oh, nice.
And he went to a brewery, which I think this is. I think it's Reisdorf.
Because this is so light, though. Like that seems really, really, really clear for a Kolsch. Like really light and clear.
Yeah,
There's
it doesn't
almost
have.
no-
Yeah, it doesn't really have Kolsch-like qualities to me. This definitely tastes more like, and smells more like a noble pills or something or lager.
But
in
on
that
the
strain.
lighter hop side, so maybe my palate's off and Greg
And
is more right.
my other guess was a Polish lager. There is like Czech, sort of like Euro lagers that come out of Poland that are sort of on the hoppier end, because I do get some hoppy quality to this. Definitely, I mean, it's very noble hop.
Yeah,
it's
Chat
just
says-
very. It's just very
Chat's missing
restrained.
Michelob Ultra.
there's definitely some Eastern European like lagers and pilsners that this would also potentially be that I've had. I'm blanking on any brewery name, so I'm going to stand out of that. But
Yeah.
I agree with you completely. Like it's super light, and I'm not getting like anything beyond just.
I'm
like,
really
super
curious
that.
if this is a beer that I've ever had.
All right,
Yeah,
you ready?
not that we should be judging it off what we see on the label, but I don't think it's Reisdorf because this has silver accents and that one has gold accents on the label. So.
All right.
Oh
Ah.
shit!
It is not Reisdorf.
But you weren't.
I said
you
it,
weren't-
Bavik.
Yep, you
I
got it,
fucking got
Jason.
it.
Dude, Jason wins.
Yes.
Ooh, look at that.
You were right on with the Belgium and
I
the
don't think I've ever
Bavik.
had this.
It's like the one pilsner that every good Belgian bar has, at least around here.
Oh,
Like
Bavik Super Pills.
whenever I go to like Back Abbey or like what's that place in Pasadena?
the
Oh,
stuffed sandwich.
No,
No, like there's more than one of them. It's like kind of English theme, but they're real big on Belgian beer.
Oh yeah, I
Goddamn.
cannot remember the name. I went last time I was there was like 6 years ago.
It's one of my favorite spots. I've been there. It's been a couple years because I haven't been anywhere in a couple years, but
literally.
Mm.
make me mad that I don't know the name of this place now. I'm just gonna grind the show to a halt while I look it up.
Dude, the remarkable thing about this beer is the amount of carbonation. It's so carbonated, so prickly.
Yeah, it is.
It's really nice. I mean, it's refreshing. This is for sure. Like, you go. There's this image in your head of like, a big old glass, like the whole like Simpsons. Like that's not a beer. This is a beer, but
Lucky
the
Baldwin's.
European version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very, very mild. Like this makes Bud Light look heavy. Like that is such a clear beer. Like
I like it though. I would buy this again. This is my first time having this beer, and I I find it quite refreshing. Really crushable.
It looks almost identical in the glass to this Keystone Light. But yeah, it's super drinkable. It does have a good bit of flavor despite being the body's very light, right? It's not super challenging, but it does have a bit of hoppiness to it, a little bit of that like danky Euro character. Solid
does-
ass beer.
It
And a
does
cool
have
one.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
As you say, it does have a subtle sweetness to it too. That is kind of
I was going
nice
to
on the
comment on that
palate.
too.
Yeah, it's you were mentioning crisp, like it's crisp, but also it has that little bit of sweetness that is kind of nice and refreshing.
As it warms up to what I look for in the Pilsner, like the Belgian side, is their malt has more of like a grape quality to it, like a Concord grape, not like a wine grape or anything like that, but
Yeah, I
just
can
a
actually
subtle-
see that.
a subtle fruitiness that you just can't put your finger on. And mine was super duper cold just coming out of the fridge, so I didn't get really into that until I got warmed mine up in my hands a little bit.
Really interesting though. Not a beer we see packaged here very often. Like I said, I always see Bavik when I go to like Belgian themed places.
You get your frites.
This is definitely one of those.
My
like,
Polonier.
This is one of those beers. It's like, oh, I'm doing a Euro show. What can I throw together?
I like it a lot. Like I said, I think it's an excellent way to kick off this this blind showdown. It's
When
really
I go
good.
to Germany next year, I'm going to order a Polonier. I would like a Polonier.
And they're going to kick you out of the country.
Also, we've got a lot of people in the chat today. Just want to shout out everybody. There's a
we got
lot of folks
Vreelands?
hanging out that aren't normally here.
Yeah, Jessica McNew is in there, which I haven't seen her in. I think Jason, you saw her
Years.
recently, right?
Yeah. I
At
mean,
Radiant,
again,
I
we've
believe?
barely seen anyone in years, but
Yeah, but I personally haven't seen her in a very long time.
earlier, Steve B from our Discord chimed in. I don't think I've seen him much in our live stream, so we got a crew in here. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Lemonade,
Moving on to
Sorry.
beer number 2.
the Deuce in a can.
Dropping the deuce.
The next 3 are all 16-ounce cans, so we don't get that packaging hint.
Did anybody look at the bottom? The reflection's going to throw it. I don't know if this will give it
Mine
away.
pours clear unless it's they've miscanned something.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
this
like-
looks like a seltzer.
Oh, I don't want to drink a seltzer.
Well,
Hi,
we gotta.
Kyle's got to
Damn it.
troll us at some point.
This looks like LaCroix.
Yeah, I haven't seen a tall boy LaCroix.
It smells like
tall boy LaCroix.
smells like passion fruit.
Great. Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
I
wow.
was gonna say grapefruit, but yeah, maybe.
I get a
I
little
mean-
bit of a grapefruit guava stank on it.
I don't know
That
if
could
this
just
is
be the
would
product.
kill me.
I assume this is a packaged, but it says 8/10/21 on here, on the bottom, and it has a little note. This does not smell great.
Pierre says this. That's a party. No. Things a
I
party.
mean, I think
I
it's
don't know.
grapefruit bubble party from modern times.
That would.
I mean-
he is a modern times. He was always trying to sneak that in.
Kyle knows I can't drink grapefruit, so I don't think he'd try to kill me like that.
Well, there's no real fruit in there, Greg.
That's probably true as well.
Okay.
Oh man.
On my first sniff, I was like, bleh. On second, not so bad. And it doesn't taste bad. Just it's LaCroix. It tastes like a seltzer.
It tastes like the flavor they add to grapefruit sculpin, but without the IPA.
Yeah.
Or the beer.
I think Jason probably drinks more seltzer than any of us. And-
I drink a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so
well,
compared-
I don't drink seltzer. So, with those of you who do drink seltzer, what do you think of this compared to some of your favorite seltzers? Because to me, it's very kind of boring.
This one-
It smells fine.
the
it's
fruit
fruity.
flavor is a little more forward than like White Claw and stuff. Those are really mild. Like they're really trying to ape like LaCroix, where the flavoring they went heavier on and it's stronger. Some seltzers that you'll get actually have like real fruit. Like Belching Beavers actually have fruit in them, and they get color from it and a real stronger fruit flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But
This one-
go ahead, Tim.
No, I was waiting for a break, and you got more thoughts. I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, finish up.
This has a stronger flavor, but this tastes like grapefruit seltzer to me.
It's
So-
the flavor on this is bumping out. Like it's definitely more. This is more enjoyable than a lot of the seltzers I've had. Like the last, I've been kind of cycling through trying different brands, and the last one I had was the Topo Chico brand, which I heard bad things about from some friends, but I just wanted to
it wasn't
try it
very
myself. And it's just the flavor, like the flavors weren't great. And this one actually, the flavor on this is actually pretty nice.
It's drinkable.
Yeah, this is far more drinkable. I tend to like
mean-
classify it as like slightly watered down soda, but it's not horrible.
Knowing Kyle and his affinity for modern times and Jacob McKean's brewery empire, I'm going to also echo Jason's guess and say it's a modern times. I don't know any. I mean, I've never had any of them before, so
but I can maybe
think that's a
be
pretty good
convinced
guess.
this is passion fruit, but I'm really
I think it's
guessing-
passion fruit.
It doesn't taste grapefruity to me. I'm not getting that.
there is a little bit of a sweetness to it, so maybe it's passion fruit.
I'll be honest. I didn't even realize. I should have guessed, but I didn't even realize that Modern Times was making seltzers. But then again, who isn't at this point? So,
Yeah,
are we
pretty
going to
much
go for it
everybody
now?
is.
I think passion fruit makes more sense than grapefruit because I do get a little bit of, like I said, a guava edge to it, even though I don't think guava's in here. So I think that's the passion fruit kind of
So
thing.
you're
Go
going
with
with-
passion fruit, boys. Let's see what we got.
Oh, you
the
were right.
squawk.
Oh,
But you're
shit.
right on the flavor.
Passion fruit party.
It was passion fruit, but this is green cheek.
nice. I'm not going to die. Thanks, Kyle.
Well, I still don't like seltzers. So,
I mean,
I love green cheek, but I am not a fan of this.
Dude, if you get the chance to try the Le Squawk lavender lemonade, that shit
Yeah, they're
is
like
amazing.
cocktails. They taste really good.
well, now
I
realize-
appreciate that these places have seltzers as an option for like people who don't want to drink beer. I don't think they are something that should go away. Personally, though, I'll never order one because I just do not care about them.
I now know that Pierre is their bird.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah, that makes
here's
sense.
the thing: in a world where everything is being pastryfied, the seltzer is the last crispy boy. Like it's the last clear, crisp thing that you can get at a lot of like. It's becoming more and more difficult to find non-hazy IPAs and pastry stouts and
Yeah.
fruit puree sours and whatever. And it's like, well, at least there's one thing here that's going to be crisp and refreshing and light.
Well, that was a fun way to mix it up, I think. Even though I don't like seltzers, I appreciate that was in the mix because since Kyle picked the beers, this is something I never would have picked for kind of a blind guessing game
Lemonade.
showdown thing.
Lemonade calling out that the modern times flavors, they don't have a passion fruit. So
Oh, okay.
if we knew better, we would have known.
What's
I
a
don't.
cloudberry?
I don't know.
Isn't that basically just rain? Sorry.
Oh, wait.
Couldn't
I just went to peel
That
the
is a
label off the
dad
next
joke.
one. I was like, oh, wait, no.
Hold on. Is this a 3?
That looks like a 3, yes.
yeah.
Because my small one doesn't have a label on or a number on it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
12 ounce doesn't.
Moving on to number 3. This also looks very light in color to me. Not as light as the Bavik, but still very light. God, my
A
glasses.
little
are
bit of
dirty.
haze on this one.
Not like a hazy IPA or anything, but it's you can
No,
see
like-
through it.
Like an unfiltered kind of.
Yeah, the color's like a lemon curd yellow, very pale yellow. Nice little fluffy white head. Sort of a lemon rind character, like lemon heads. Is my first pull on the nose.
Yeah.
This is like the lightest 3 beers. Like the average SRM on these beers is like 3. It's
Yeah,
These are-
totally. I'm sensing a theme.
yeah, like there's like an herbaceous lemony, like a lemongrass kind of thing on the
Mhm.
nose.
I like it. It's nice. It's not so much like I'm eating body wash or lotion, but
Oh, but that's just a Pilsner. The lemony character doesn't really carry into the flavor. It's got like kind of that noble hop finish. It doesn't have that little funk edge that the Belgian beer has. It's a little bit cleaner, but there's definitely a little bit of that noble hop dankness.
I get more of a sweet malt character from this. A little bit more of a mouthfeel than compared to the Bavik, which I like how light that is as far as mouthfeel goes, but I also appreciate the slightly larger body on this one. But yeah, the sweet malts kind of come out more for me on the flavor on this more than anything else.
This one definitely has more of a malt profile than the Bavik did. This one a little more bready, a little more biscuity.
Maybe it's not just malts. It's kind of like a combination of what I'm getting from the malts and like kind of a fruity hop flavor that's given on. It kind of comes off a bit like candy kind of thing.
I second the like the body. It's for sure a bit little like the color isn't necessarily darker, but the body is a wee bit heavier than the Bavik.
I wouldn't know where to begin with a guess on this.
Yeah, I looked at the bottom of the can for a clue, and there's nothing, no print.
That's a clue in itself.
Probably a small brewery, I would guess, like a very small brewery. Usually, if they're not printing dates on a can.
I mean,
Well,
would you say this is a lager or an ale?
I definitely think this is sold as a Pilsner. Like, I would be shocked if it's not. But
I would second that. It just has all the characteristics, and it does. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't come across like a classic sort of like Germany sort of super noble, but you definitely get a hint. At least I do. I get a hint of that sort of noble character, but it's just hanging out. It's not. It's definitely an interpretation more than it is a direct.
I'm trying to even guess the brewery.
I want to say this is not an American brewery. It does come off
16-ounce can though.
Yeah, cans from Europe. I don't know, John.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Pint cans have not seemed to really catch on in stuff that gets imported here.
That's a good point.
It definitely like the cans definitely exist locally, but as far as imports go, yeah.
What do you guys think of the hop? Like in a Pilsner, it's very, very lemony. It's got a very crisp. It has a breaking point where it just turns bitter.
Yeah,
and you get a sort of hay character with the malt, sort of wet hayish.
Lemonade may
That's
be
a good
onto
point.
something.
Yeah, Bitburger does come in a tall can.
Yeah, and this honestly,
might
I
be
could go German
Bitburger.
Pils with this too.
Oh,
This
man.
very well could be Bitburger.
I think Lemonade may have just knocked this one out of the park. Okay, I'm going to call it and say Bitburger. That's a
I think
very
it's
good
way
point.
too hoppy for Bitburger.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
this is
agree.
Bitburger at all.
Okay, what do you think?
You're on
Well,
not
okay.
Bitburger? All right.
Do you want to take any
thinking-
more guesses, Greg? Or
Yeah, I'll say this is. It sort of reminds me of either like a one-off Highland Park Pilsner or a Stereo Brewing Pilsner because
You want
of
me to? Should I do the reveal?
just their bitterness is so. Yeah, go for it.
Let me make sure the label
I
is
don't
turned
think-
around.
Yeah, here we go.
Where's the label? There it is.
Da,
Okay,
da,
ready?
da.
One,
Yep.
go ahead.
2.
Oh God.
Zilker.
I don't even know that brewery.
Yeah, I don't think I've had Zilker before. I think I had them a couple weeks
Are
ago.
they
They're out
from
of-
with their
Texas?
Z-Show.
Austin.
Yeah, they're from
Ooh,
Texas. Yeah,
I love how retro this label is. This is real nice.
I've heard a lot of good things about Zilker. Actually,
Well, you've heard another good thing now.
I thoroughly enjoy
Zilker
this beer.
damn near killed her.
5.3%. Nice. Bob Vreeland in the chat, he keeps mentioning, Windsor Homebrew Supply, and that's Kyle obviously shops there, but he's also moving to Texas, so he's going back and forth
I think
quite
he was there
often.
today.
Yeah, and so we have to keep that in mind. He could be giving us Texas freshies as well, which I'm here for. That's awesome. So this is a fantastic beer.
Yeah. In stereo.
Jinx.
Yeah,
Speaking
just
of
really,
Jinx-
really well made. I mean, honestly, I think it's a testament to if you're an American brewery making a traditional like European style, and people think it's European, that's probably a good thing.
The
Although
more I
this,
drink it, the more I get that hop bitterness on the back end. Like it's becoming more apparent as I
So-
drink it.
what fresh hop is in this fresh hop pills?
I guess I could look it up.
I would say lemon drop. Or some, I think it's like a German derivative.
I don't know. This one with a pH says Amarillo.
Originally brewed in 2018, became one of their favorites. It's a simple recipe consisting of Pilsner malt, Augustiner yeast, which, okay, that's cool, and 100% Amarillo hops. Made with Crosby hops, Amarillo. It's probably just Amarillo then.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's what it
sure
looks
about.
like.
Interesting.
Very,
And,
very
um,
lemony.
I would
Speaking
not
of
have
fresh
guessed
hop,
Amarillo.
like did the Greg the Brewers Association did the GABF Fresh Hop Awards?
Yeah, it was
a couple days
just
ago.
a random Friday afternoon
Is that new?
or morning. Yeah, they moved it to after the hop growing season. So obviously,
Wow,
that was
that
always
makes
like a
sense.
question before, like because they had a fresh hop category, and it's like, well, how is this working? Because it's not season, it's not the fresh hop season or something. Like it was,
yeah,
the timing was all weird, but they still had the award at GABF, so that's
It
cool
was-
that they moved it to its own thing.
Regular GABF is timed where the hops are the least fresh by the time GABF happens.
No
it's
doubt.
like the fresh hops are going to be here in about a month.
Right.
So all the hops that you put in were 11 months ago. The fresh hops you got were 11 months ago.
I like that. Yeah, this is a fantastic beer. I would buy this myself. This is really good.
I'm honestly a little surprised that Amarillo, like I was gonna guess it was more of a traditional hop, and it's freaking American fresh hop Amarillo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but it definitely felt like it had some of those noble-y sort of characteristics.
Right?
To it,
Yeah,
which
because
was
I
real
just
nice.
smelled it again, and I get kind of a funk on the nose, a little bit. That's definitely like a lemony funk. That's weird.
I'm gonna change my name to Lemony Funk.
I like it. Better than lemony snickets.
Lemony Funk coming at you.
I just
All right,
poured-
so moving on to beer number 4.
and it's also extremely pale yellow.
This beer is also in a 16-ounce can, and Kyle went out of his way to put a rubber band at the very top of the can as well.
Makes me think you don't want to see the top.
Yeah.
It's Pizza Port, boys. Get him.
I appreciate the lightness of, all
Kyle
of this.
giving us the most summery beer show ever in like the first weekend that it's been cool in 6 months.
Oh, this smells good.
This one's a little less on the light. It's got a little more amber to it than
Yeah, there is a little bit of yellow to that. This is like Pliny the Elder colored.
ooh, and it smells so nice.
To me, it comes off as
hops.
mosaic.
Yeah, I could see that.
This
Yeah.
gives me Pliny vibes on the nose, definitely. Like that,
Really?
that soft, malty kind of fresh, fruity hop character. It smells Pliny-ish to me. It's hard to describe, but Pliny has like a smell, or like a Happy Hops is kind of like it's that same Pliny aroma, but even more, or even closer to what I'm talking about, where it's like a.
It's like,
a I
how
don't know.
much more Pliny could it get? And it's like none more Pliny.
None more Pliny. Pliny, none the richer.
This doesn't. It's not. There's no real bitterness on this to me. Like this is pretty light. The aroma is a lot stronger than any flavor I'm picking up.
Oh, the hop aroma on this is great though.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely comes off as very mosaic candy. Probably some Citra in there. It's the powerhouse hops. It's like the Chardonnay of beer.
This is like exactly my wheelhouse. Oh, I love this beer.
And then let's talk about the brightness of it too. It's got an extreme bright character to it. Like it hits your palate, it just lights up your palate like a light switch.
Yeah, the just it's got so much like sweet hoppy character, but without being sweet. Like there's a kind of a candy sweetness you get from hops that comes through without being cloying on your palate and being super sweet. And I think this beer nails it. This is really good.
This is a 10 out of 10, man.
But
Like
yeah,
I,
this is
I'm sure you're not saying the hops literally taste sweet, but the combination of those hops with whatever they're doing with the grain bill works in a way to give it a sweet candy character without it literally being sweet. You know,
Yeah.
it's not weighing down on your palate. I totally get that. Yeah.
but I wish there was a term for this modern West Coast kind of
oh, we're back here again.
It's
The-
hybrid. I really think it's hybrid. That was brought up months ago, and I think that's a good way to put it.
We settled
Mountain
on hybrid.
Standard, yeah, Mountain Standard from Odell is an example that I forgot who it was in one of our chats or on social media somewhere. Someone brought that up, and I agree. I think hybrid is the word.
Corey in the chat is guessing Travel Perks by Pizza Port.
No, it's not bitter enough. I really
Yeah.
don't think it's bitter enough.
Pizza
Pizza
Port
Port
hits the-
always is bitter.
They hit the hops. They hit the hops hard. This isn't. I mean, it's warming up to me in terms of flavors coming out, but it still feels pretty. It still feels pretty mellow. Like it's way too mellow to be Pizza Port, in my opinion.
Yes, most definitely.
Honestly,
you are
based on
correct.
this, I don't know if it's even showing up on camera, but there's this like modeled like red dots on a blue background. Based on that, Alvarado. That's what I'm guessing. Alvarado Street.
They are
Okay.
masters of the IPA.
It's a fantastic IPA made in a newer school style,
Cheater.
in a can, and
Your
the
guess
very
is as good
bottom
as
of the
any,
label
really.
that comes through.
Corey in the
Looks
chat
like
is also
something
saying
Alvarado Street would say.
El Segundo, and no, I don't. This is not. Again, El Segundo, I think, is very similar to Pizza Port with their approach to IPA, and they're more West Coast heavy. This is not West Coast. This is it's a hybrid where it comes off with West Coast vibes without the bitterness, but that has like a really impactful hop aroma, and it's not hazy. It's somewhere in the middle.
All right.
All right, so
Rubber
time
bands
for
are
the
off.
big reveal. I don't have a guess on this.
I'll throw out Radiant just because.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
can anybody
it's
else
not.
read what it says under by the date on the bottom?
My room was dark, so I can't see shit. Mine's taped on the bottom too.
No, I can't.
It says like C1.
It looks like it says
coast or-
coast. East
see the word
Coast. West
coast.
I don't know.
Oh,
There you
I think this is a Beechwood beer
Are we ready?
because I saw
do you?
True to Beer on the bottom of the label before. I think
Oh,
it's
all
got to
right.
be Beechwood. Yeah, it's Beechwood.
It's Beechwood.
Okay. I know their
Coast to
slogans.
This is a fantastic beer.
I
This
like
is
that.
something I did not expect to be a Beechwood beer because Beechwood, I think, I'd lump in with
Yeah,
El Segundo and the more West Coast hoppy breweries, and this is not that.
This label's fantastic too. I like it. It's fun.
I
Yeah,
like that
and-
he went
and also-
through such trouble to.
also
hide the
all
label.
Simcoe. We were really picking up like a lot of more modern hops, and
Yeah.
this is just a straight Simcoe beer.
Simcoe to me is usually the Cat P sort of.
Here's the
vibes.
difference:
I don't get
they
that at
got
all.
good Simcoe.
Yeah,
Yeah, Julian.
Simcoe.
It's
modern.
becoming more and
Julian
more.
knows people.
So, like, just anecdotally, in one of the beer groups I'm in, one of the guys works at a small brewery, and he's like, "Yeah, we started working with friends at another local brewery that they get hop selection." And he's like, "We started buying hops from them, and our beer got like an order of magnitude better just because we're using their hops instead of the like off the shelf
100%.
hops." It
Yeah.
really matters.
It sucks. It's got to be that way, but I mean, that's just how it works.
I mean, it's like any organic product, right? Like the avocados or, the produce that you're going to get at Ralph's is like not the same tier as what, a high end restaurant's going to get.
yeah. I mean, that's entirely how wine is made. It's where it's made and who's doing the cultivation of it matters more than anything.
Yeah, Sim Coast to Coast has a 3.97 on Untapped, and I think that's a
That's fantastic.
very worthy rating. It's a fantastic beer.
I really would not have guessed that was Beechwood though. That is a great beer.
Yeah. I agree. It's
Which isn't to say that Beechwood doesn't make great beer. It's just I would expect their style to lean more bitter, more traditional, and this is a
Amalgamator, Citraholic. Those are very bold, in your face. A lot of bitterness. A lot of really good.
It
hop
just shows
character.
how
Wasn't that-
Julian and his team know how to adapt and make styles their own and make really good beers and not just hop on a bandwagon for the sake of hopping on a bandwagon. They take their time to make something that's really good and interesting. This is fantastic.
Beechwood also one of the places that consistently makes just a ton of different kind of beer too. So they don't get
Quite
pigeonholed
literally.
as easily, right? So yeah, I mean, every time you go to Beechwood, they have dozens of beers on.
Yeah, I don't know how many signs their little thing holds, like little chalkboards, but I want to say it's like they have 40 or 50 taps or something like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Dude, when I went
it's
to
mostly Beechwood.
when I met with Kyle to get these beers, we met at Modern Times, and Modern Times had 40, 45 taps on.
Yeah,
They really had whatever you wanted. They had.
I was
had
at
something for everyone.
a local brewery here, Packing House in Riverside, at their anniversary party, and I was talking to one of the dudes that he kind of does everything there and helps brew Showtime, Tim Showtime Ryan, and they're trying to find a spot in downtown Riverside, and the owners are leaning towards having 10 taps, and he's like, we gotta have at least 20. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh,
It's
at
like, well,
least.
If you're
that's
gonna
too
do-
much, and
If
he's
you're gonna
like,
do 10, you better curate the fuck out of it. It better be
Yeah.
like a no trash list. Like everything
and it's
on there
like
should be a hit.
it gives them room for it's flexibility. So if they don't have 20 beers, then maybe they put 10 or 12 or 15 and then have a couple taps for wine or
Cider.
a seltzer or a
Ooh,
cider.
There's
Yeah.
there's a saying that I learned. I think it was Ray, the dude who runs the Cicerone thing. He
Ray
did a talk.
Daniels. Yeah.
Yeah, he did a talk and he said, never have more taps than you have customers on an average Tuesday night. And I always, that stuck
that's
with me.
fair.
Like,
Yeah.
because he's like, otherwise, like you're going to get stale beer, if you have too many taps, like a place that, but my argument is maybe I'm going to go to a place that has more taps.
And
over a
this,
place that
But
has,
all
then
this
you're like Yard House where you've got beer that's old as fuck.
oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
all this talk right now is like, if you listen to the podcast that like do the integrated ads that segue in, this is a perfect segue into like one of those like keg management tools.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
why-
get, you can have too many taps. Like if Packing House was going to downtown Riverside with 60 taps, I'd be like, okay, maybe you
That's, yeah.
want to
dial back.
rethink that.
Well, plus at that point you get decision paralysis. Like that's my problem with like granted there are other problems with Yard House, whatever. I'm not gonna like they're cool people. I'm not gonna like talk any smack, but I know like I get there and I'm like, how do I choose? Like there's so many things.
The thing
here.
with Yard House is if you assume everything is top notch, fresh, like the best way you can get that beer served to you, then it's difficult. But when you look at the list, there's beers on there that people probably aren't ordering, and you can kind of narrow down which ones you should be ordering to make sure you don't get like a beer that's been in the line for a couple days.
But the
Yeah.
You know how
problem
you can tell you'll get it and it's warm
hold on, but
because they have like gallons of beer that sit up in the line.
They have
There's-
refrigerated
And-
lines.
yeah,
Tim's
no,
walking
they-
a fine line here because Untapped did
Well,
a thing with Yard House, and I think
I'm
he's
not. I'm not.
Not under contract with these.
No, no, but
Switzerland
hold on.
flag.
Hold on, there's two things though. There's two things. First, one, I do know that they make a really big deal about keeping their tap lines clean and cold and all that stuff. So
I'm
to
not
Greg's
questioning
point-
that.
but
Yeah.
no, to your point too. You said like, like you can look at a menu and know which beers are probably going to be the freshest, right? And the catch is that all the beers that we would want are not going to be those beers.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the beers that are the freshest are going to be the ones that you see multiple handles for. They have like 5 Bud Light handles.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
So you're still-
That
there's-
banquet.
There's decision paralysis for sure. And like if I go to a
Yes.
local brewery and they have more than, like I'd say like you were saying, like maybe 15 to 20 taps, like I want to try things, but there's a certain point at which I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I don't know which one to try because I'm only going to probably have a couple, and there's all these things, and I don't know what to do.
Dude, the sweet spot is like 18 to 20 taps. That way you can keep your 6 or 7 IPAs on.
Mhm.
You can have a couple rotating seasonals. You can have your seltzer or cider.
I feel like Brewery West does a pretty
dark
good
beer.
job of that. How many do they have? Like, I can't.
I don't know.
I'm trying to envision their tap board. I want to say less than 20 for sure.
I think also like to bring it back, a good example is Windsor. They have their little tap room and they have 10 taps maybe.
And they're all like, I want to drink all of them.
Yeah, but you go and you want every one of them. You're like, I still leave wanting to come back and try more because all of these are good. Like every one of these taps is a beer I would want to drink. And
Yeah.
That's the trick to running 10 taps.
Well, that was a tangent. So moving on to beer. What do we want? Beer number 5?
Beer number 5.
It's a 12 taps of beer, 2 taps of wine per Bob.
Bis wir uns Wiedenheschen.
What?
Wiedersehen.
Greg, this is all you. Read this, man. Read the bottom of the can.
This beer's got a gold top. Is this Bitburger?
No, I don't think so. I don't think Bitburger does the clever little quotes on the bottom of the can. We will see you later.
Got a nice head, that's for sure. Oh, that was an excellent soundbite.
Yeah, thank you.
So
I know I'm not looking at the can, but it seems like the label is not like a shrink fit label.
It's not a full wrap, no.
Okay.
It's definitely a sticker.
There's a beer bar by my house called the Iron Press, and every now and then when I'm picking up food to go, I'll ask a beer tender just to give me a little taste or something blind. And last week he served me something that was looks exactly like this. It's super clear gold, and it's kind of fruity. I was like, is this like a fruited IPA? And it's got this very like estery profile to it.
I will say this in a normal day, this would be a very light beer, but for today, it's on the darker side.
Yeah.
Compared to the seltzer.
Or those very white beers that we had, like the Bavik and the Zilker were very, very light.
Yeah, I can understand esters. I don't get fruity so much, but I definitely get like
they're kind of the same thing. Esters are fruity-ish.
The fun of the story was he's like, that's not even an ale, dude. That's a lager. That's like an Oktoberfest, like Dortmunder.
Is this
and it was
Saaz?
like, so that's the blueberry thing that I can pull off a Pilsner's malt sometimes.
I'm getting like it to me. This seems like Saaz hops.
Really?
Yeah, maybe it's been a while, but that's where it's going in my brain.
It smells fruity. Just to kind of get some kind of foundation for our thoughts on this beer. It smells really fruity to me. Not like any kind of artificial fruit. Not like a sharp grapefruit.
It's hoppy.
It's a hoppy kind of soft stone fruit kind of aroma.
Perfect.
I wouldn't say peachy, but it's in that that wheelhouse kind of thing.
I'm getting that grape character.
I do get like a little Chardonnay kind of like wine character on the nose too. Yeah.
Are you guys getting? I'm getting this retro nasal thing. It's really lingering on the back of my palate. Like after drinking it, I still taste this beer in the back of my mouth. Much more so than anything else we've had today.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it does linger. Yeah, in a good way.
It's like the roof of your mouth in the back. You're like, yep, I can still taste that beer.
I'm getting that.
God, beer is so good.
Yeah.
This is a great beer.
What's cool about it is like, is it a fruit beer? No, it's not. It's definitely just hop character, yeast, and malt character in there.
No, it's not a fruit. It's not a beer with fruit added. Definitely not.
I'm gonna guess this is Integrin.
Ooh, interesting.
Really?
I could see that. It lines up.
Huh.
I can attest to that as well. This seems very Integrin or Heater Allen.
Heater, really? I
Kinda
would
like-
not even think Heater Allen. This is too, I think, extreme for Heater Allen. Like it's too hoppy, too fruity,
Too modern.
Not modern. Just they don't brew this kind of beer
Yeah.
until we pull the
I'm
thing
not
off,
getting
and I'm
a
proven
ton of
wrong.
modern out of it. To me, it tastes like a fairly traditional beer. Maybe we've just had a lot of Pilsner today. But
I don't know, man. Like
It's more on the sweet, fruity, hoppy side for me.
my first impression, if I would have taken a sip without looking at it, would be something like, is this a wit beer? It's got a lot
Really?
of like wit character. Like it's that fruity to me.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
okay. Now that you mention wit beer, it's too clear, but it could be filtered. I mean, you never know.
Who would do that though?
I do not
Yeah,
get
right.
weed off this beer at all.
I'm talking just the nose, not the mouthfeel, and there's no coriander, but it's like it's that level of fruitiness.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the cloves and coriander are not really
Mhm.
shining through to give
Right.
me that much.
Correct.
But I can understand the other points you're picking out. So
Yeah, if you said wheat beer, just like American
Yeah.
wheat beer with like a hoppier version, yeah, but not like a wit. It's doesn't have those
I'm
qualities.
It's a little boozy too, no? I mean, compared to the other beers, seems like a 7%.
What is
Now
this?
now you've planted
What?
that in my head.
What are you?
I don't know.
I gotta find out.
No, wait, you can't, Tim.
You got to
You
guess.
gotta wait.
first.
That's not how this works.
Just throw a guess out.
I
I'm
have
gonna
no
guess-
ideas. Again, we got to think of Texas as well. This
yeah.
could be some brewery we've never had before. But as far as local breweries go,
I'm gonna say
don't-
Gamecraft, something that Gamecraft makes.
okay.
Like to me, I really think this is again, I'm getting like European style Pilsner.
I can kind of see that too. Yeah.
I'm not getting the wit vibes you guys are getting at all.
There's
I'm
no,
like,
I was
think
just saying that
it's-
level of fruitiness.
yeah. I just the fruitiness in general. I'm not really getting.
It's
a lot
very
of.
fruity. to
there
my
are
palate.
no wit beer vibes
I-
other than the fruitiness. So,
Bob
I snuck-
asking important questions. Are the cans gold topped? Yes, they are.
Yes.
I may have snuck a little hint.
I'm sticking with Enegrin.
if this is Anagrin, my mind's gonna be blown.
Well,
All right.
you're wrong on the alcohol content.
Okay.
It's
So
in
it's
line.
hams?
Tim.
It's in line with everything else.
It's hams.
Is it hams?
No, it's not
Oh.
hams.
I can. Do you want a little peek? Do you want a little peeky peek? Oh, Jason already went for
I
it.
opened it.
What is it?
Wayfinder.
I give up. What?
Freiheit.
It's a fest beer.
Really?
See, dude. Like I was saying at the beginning of this conversation, that beer that I had blind was like, "Is this a fruit beer?" No, dude, that's a Dortmunder.
I
An
love.
Oktoberfest Weizen style lager.
I love
Fuck,
this.
Greg
Greg called it out with the wheat,
You
man.
called the wheat, dude.
Greg's the wheat
No,
man.
man. I got wheat. I have wheat palate.
Check, check out the little serving graphic.
It is so fruity, though, you guys.
Yeah, that's cool. It's like an Oktoberfest.
It's
mug.
got like several different like silhouettes of glasses, like the
Yeah.
pint glass, the tulip, and then at the very bottom
Mug.
they've got like a mug and a check mark on it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It's really good, but holy shit, is it fruity?
What's the ABV on this?
Oh, they also put instructions
Probably
on here.
5.7. Excellent.
That's pretty high for a Hellas or a
This
Festival.
is good.
For anybody who's confused about what to do, step 1, open. Step 2, drink.
Well, we have another beer.
Oktoberfest Weizen style lager. They say it's like a strong export Helles more so than a
Right.
Märzen beer.
Yeah, it's not malty enough to be the Marzen.
Freiheit means freedom in German and is a reference to Munchner Munchner Freiheit, an area of Munich where Allies freed the German people of Nazi rule, as well as an 80s new wave band that they love.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
How do you
beer, man.
Munchner?
Münchner.
Munchner?
Yeah.
Munchner?
Mu-
All right.
Muchner.
It's like
Muchner.
It's just being somebody. It's out of Munich.
All right.
München is how they pronounce it and spell it.
Looks like
Excellent
my
beer.
screen name, so I gotta learn.
Again, this is a fantastic beer. Not what I expected. For me, I got kind of like pale IPA-ish, like light IPA-ish kind of vibes on the nose. But yeah, fantastic beer.
And
And again,
called the wheat.
Bob Vreeland in the chat, Wayfinder available at Windsor Homebrew Supply. So there's a common thread here.
He needs to sponsor us.
Bob's across the street, so
Today's show is brought to you by Windsor
haven't
Homebrew
seen-
Supply.
I haven't seen Scott Windsor since I learned he was in that band. So it's gonna be weird next time I
Well,
see
he
him.
had a baby, and then he's sort of been doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to promote his homebrew shop. I don't want him to give us anything.
Oh,
for
you know
free.
what's cool?
I mean,
They just put out they just made their own beer kits.
they
Like,
haven't before.
No, I mean they sold like aftermarket ones, but they put together their own.
So like similar to what Beer and More Beer does. It's like
Yeah.
a bag of prepackaged like malts. And
I'm gonna go pick one up and
hops.
make a batch of beer.
Cool. That's
Being a one brewer.
very cool.
Kyle brews enough for all of us.
That's true. Thanks, Kyle.
The true brewers are the friends we made along the way.
It ain't much, but it's an honest work.
All right, so moving on to the final beer. This beer is beer number 6, even though there's no number on this
Bonus
beer.
beer.
This is a 12-ounce can of beer. That's, from what I can see, silver. This was packaged on September 1st, 2021, and today is October 17th. So this is pretty fresh. And it's got like a kind of industrial like number scheme on the bottom, so it kind of gives me like bigger brewery vibes.
Ah,
Where you would normally put some clever quote, they put just random numbers.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Smells
yeah.
a little-
Instead of
smells
being
quite
like,
sweet.
"Oh, beer's great," am I right? It just says like F8394SM11.
I'm not gonna
that's-
lie, this doesn't smell
exactly.
great. It's got a
This
stank
beer-
hop.
Again, light. A little not as light as the Bavik, but still light.
What does that smell?
It smells like a hint of asparagus to me.
You know what I'm getting? Dusty hops, which is not a thing I've ever said before.
It's got
But
an
it's
earthy,
it's like-
field.
Dusty hops.
Yeah. There's like
Oh, this fucker, he gave us Idaho 7.
Yeah, this has to be an Idaho 7.
John's favorite. I'm so excited.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Kyle. And he had to make it the last beer, right? We can't go out with a bang. Had to be the last one.
See, now
I
the
guess
question-
we could have made it the first one because there was no number on it, so it's our own fault.
Can somebody please make a seltzer with Idaho 7 so we can give that to John? It'll be his favorite.
Oh God, that must be horrible.
Corey guessing St. Archer. I'm like, oh, could be actually.
I get some D vibes on it too.
Ooh, you're right. That is not good.
All right, hold on. Let's do a little
doesn't taste-
education. D vibes. Go for it.
D
Explain.
vibes.
Diacetyl,
Yep, okay.
caramel,
Diacetyl, little butter finish.
buttered popcorn.
Okay, so
Yeah.
where does that come from?
That's infection.
Or pulling your yeast too quick, pulling the beer off the yeast before it's got a chance to reabsorb.
Usually infection.
Okay, so the character, like while during the process, either infection or if you're not pulling, you're gonna get this sort of caramely bubble or buttery sort of thing that tells you that.
Yep.
Okay.
To me, this beer it tastes like there was a good hop character there, but it feels like it's prematurely old.
It is stank,
Like
dude.
it feels like it's aged, but it's not because it's only
It's a month and a half old.
month
so
and a
it's-
half. Yeah.
Well, that
Fresh.
it feels weird for all like it had to have been. It just has to be the way it is because how can it feels odd for all of us like 4 separate cans to all be. Obviously, it could be the same batch, but still, like
Yeah,
I-
it could be
I did-
oxidation as well.
I'm gonna guess
It
that's
is
just
very-
how it is.
It's very funky and very earthy. I'm not getting the off flavors you guys are getting. It's
Okay.
just,
Yeah, same.
I'm just getting a funky, earthy hop. And again, I think it's fucking Idaho 7. And Kyle knows us, and he knows our hate
He's
affair
like,
with Idaho 7. He's in Texas right now,
You don't get any diacetyl
stomping
on
on
the
his
nose.
hat next to a fucking oil well. that's
Mine,
spraying
I just
oil.
get it on the flavor.
You don't get any diacetyl on the nose or the flavor, Jason? Because I get it
Not
a little bit
really.
on the nose and mostly on the flavor.
Yeah, on the finish, it's like woo. It's not slick.
Maybe that's what's coming through is like dusty to me.
Hmm.
No, that's not diacetyl though. Like I said, there's this weird. It tastes dusty, which is weird for a drink.
It tastes dusty.
It's like you're driving through a dirt road behind another car, and there's there's two hop bales in the back. They were just robbing Sierra Nevada's hop thing. And then there's
I guess you saying it
Go-
tastes dusty is like me saying it smells tart. Like
It's like
you can't smell tartness.
golden
man.
Brett with a converted pickup driving away from the Sierra Nevada brewery.
Yeehaw!
I got me a half a ton of Simcoe. There's Cascade in them there hills.
and he's got a theater
Um,
popcorn butter machine in the back. Just
I don't have a guess for this. It's a 12-ounce can, so and like
You
I said,
will- you will
looking at
not-
the bottom,
you will
it
not
looks
guess
like
it.
it's from a mass market or a bigger brewery, or I don't know.
Go
Nah,
in. Tell
you're
us
not.
what it
let's
is.
just-
You're not going to guess.
I see.
All right,
Okay, I
here we
see a
go.
label. It's a sticker label, so it's not a big brewery.
It's where your booze is coming from.
Last Stand. Oh, it's a Texas brewery. It's got a
Citra.
little Texas logo.
That's Citra.
Citrus Smash IPA, tropical and fresh from Last Stand Brewing.
Sorry, Last Stand.
Wonder where they got their name.
The Alamo.
Yeah.
The Alamo, yeah.
Come on, man.
7.4%.
I mean, I don't. I'm not necessarily. I don't get anything really negative out of this. I know you
Okay.
guys are kind of picking some things out. It definitely. It shined. It was a little different than what we've had, but maybe that was just the alcohol content because we've been at like 5 and now we're jumping up
So-
to like 7.5.
This beer is 2-row and Citra. It's a single malt, single hop.
It needs work.
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe
yeah.
they got a bad crop of Citra. Maybe this is like the selection thing that we were talking about earlier. But this is funky. It's just real funky tasting.
Yeah, I definitely get a diacetyl vibe from this beer,
I do
which
as well.
sucks. It happens. I mean,
It's been a long time.
yeah. I've
I'm-
never heard of this brewery.
I'm
I
gonna
wonder-
assume he sent us this beer from Austin because he thought it was good. So I'm really curious what it tasted like when he drank it and
Mhm.
decided to send it to us.
Yeah, I agree.
Because again, it's weird. It's kind of a that is not what I would guess an all Citra
Nope.
beer tastes like.
It's got a 3.8 on Untapped.
What?
Strong notes of citrus, grapefruit, melon, and passion fruit.
Nope, that's not what I got. No.
like this should taste like an amped up zombie dust, but it
Yeah.
does not.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm thinking Kyle maybe had it on tap, and it could have been the same batch that they put in these cans, but after a month, the diacetyl will manifest itself in the can.
Yeah, that's a
and
bummer.
That's what we got. I'm just assuming though. It's not
Or
great.
maybe it was a lot of the breweries around here when canning first started were having that problem with
Dio.
with canning having too much dissolved oxygen in the beer.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what's going
Probably.
on here.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because it's just this should be really bright, really clean, really fresh. It's 2-row and Citra, but it just has this like weird dank funkiness to it, and it just something's off in this beer.
Yeah, it almost comes off like they used like caramel malts in addition to the 2-row.
Yeah,
Like
it's a little sweet.
malts they shouldn't be adding to the beer. I mean, I guess unless you were brewing this beer 20 years ago, then this would probably be fantastic if you were a hophead. But yeah, for 2-row and Citra, It's not great. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah,
I'll be honest.
I feel bad.
Going through the
Sorry about that.
going through the photos, this beer is alongside some Texas barbecue, and I just don't give a fuck about the beer. All I want is that Texas barbecue.
Yum.
I'm gonna make
overall.
next time I make brisket, Tim. I'll send you some.
Oh,
What was your faves?
geez. That's a
Beechwood.
I think the Beechwood one blew it out of the water, man.
Yeah, as far as my favorite beers go, I gotta say, I think the winner was the Simcoe to Coast from Beechwood. That was a
It's ridiculously
fantastic
good
beer.
beer.
It had heavy Russian River vibes to me.
yeah. I remember that. Like you mentioned that, and it's like I definitely got the characteristics of a Pliny.
And I mean, Julian, I've seen him hanging out with, the folks from Russian River, Vinny and Natalie, and maybe he picked up a couple things along the way, and that's what we're
He
seeing in
stole a
this
recipe
beer.
book.
I don't know. I'm just
like,
speculating.
I thought,
Fresh Hop Pills from Zilker
Yeah.
was really good.
That
I
was
thought
great.
that one was fantastic. And
Yeah,
it's-
I mean
it's-
the Bavik.
the Bavik was really nice. Like that's a really good. Like I'm gonna have one of those weird ass Euro mugs full of something. And as far as like, I know seltzer is a questionable thing here, but I thought that was actually really good compared to a lot of the others I've had. So like,
I would not buy a seltzer, but for what he gave us, it was fine. I liked it.
if I were to buy a seltzer, I would prefer. Granted, when I buy seltzer, I pick up whatever is it like the grocery store, Target, or whatever, like a mass produced. So I haven't had a lot of like craft seltzer, but this is far and above any of the mass produced ones. So like I think for what it is, it was a really well done drink.
Yeah, I do
any
like that
personal bias aside.
I do like that it wasn't super sweet. It was more fruity, and it was carbonated water with some fruit in it and alcohol. And I think
Pretty much.
for what it was, they pulled it off quite well. I'm not going to buy it.
I saw
Yeah.
fun story. I saw Evan Price was up at Urban Roots doing a collab, and I texted him. I was like, just so you know, I think their potato salad's better than yours. He's like, you son of a bitch.
Jason, what are your thoughts?
Thoughts on favorite beers?
Yeah.
Beechwood all day. They were all
I'm
pretty
gonna go
good
buy more of
except for the last Dan beer. Sorry guys. Hopefully I have better beer from you later. The Bavik, more I think of it's kind of a nice like change of pace. You try it, it's a time and a place beer.
Yeah.
But the Zilker pills and the Beechwood Simcoast are beers that I would buy all the time. So
Yeah.
What about the we haven't really mentioned the Wayfinder. I thought that was interesting. It really threw us for a bit of a loop, it seemed like, but yeah, it was pretty solid.
I loved it. That was
Yeah,
probably
it
my
was
number
great.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a
Cool.
It was
perplexing
good.
beer.
It's just in a heavy hitter group of beers, you know?
Well, and I feel like Beechwood has honed in their craft and skill so much that like they're producing pretty solid things all the time.
Without question, yeah. I mean, any Beechwood beer you see on a shelf is, you're guaranteed to get something that's really good, considering, it's fresh,
It's a sure enough buy, just like any Pizza Port beer.
Yeah, exactly. So overall, Kyle, thank you for the beers. This was fun. It's always difficult to do these blind showdowns, especially with breweries that we're unfamiliar with. Like we knew nothing about Last Stand. Wayfinder, I've heard of, but I haven't had a lot of their beer. How would I even, But
Zilker,
it's cool.
never even heard of.
Yeah, I've heard of Zilker, but again, I haven't had a lot of their beer. I've only heard of them like listening to like the Beerus podcast, and then that's pretty much it because they're out of Texas.
Yeah, and I
So-
think we don't always have to guess them per se, but it's more like let's get our thoughts before we know what it is, and it's fun to go in blind. It's a really really good episode, and a million thank yous to Kyle for putting in all the effort.
For sure. This is one of the, as much as I will never actually guess the brewery because my knowledge is far less than you guys, but I always love doing this just because it's fun. It's something different and just going in and trying to describe without knowing. And yeah, like you said, like Kyle, big thanks for all the effort.
Yep.
Rockstar,
Kyle.
Man. Thanks, man.
Cool.
Also, real quick, so Steve B, BT Ferguson, Steve B,
Turd Ferguson.
Ted Ferguson.
I'm supposed to send him some beer.
He asked if we like zombie dust. We haven't done it yet. It'll be next week.
Yeah, he sent us Zombie Dust and what was the other one? The Mikkeller collab beer thing. Oh God, what was it? It's in a black can.
I remember historically,
Jason has them all.
Zombie Dust is pretty awesome.
Foggy Geezer.
It's good.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What? Wait, I have them all as in like for everybody.
You have 6 beers, Jason. Yeah.
Do
I
need to
figured
get
you'd be
them to-
meeting up with Greg, and then somehow Tim would meet up with you. But yeah, you have 6.
Oh
I have-
shit! Maybe it won't be next weekend then.
what is
I
that?
have-
Jason,
I have
Jason's
plans
like,
going on next Saturday.
Jason's
Oh,
like,
okay.
I got to go buy some more. I drank them all.
I'm turning 40 next Saturday, so I've got things going on.
Woo.
Oh, I think.
Are we done recording, by the way?
Am I supposed to not? No, never mind.
It's not a surprise. I know people are coming.
Okay, then I'm coming.
Sweet.
I was like, what? What's happening? Yeah, I stopped recording.
Jason's. Yeah, you can stop. Jason's having a birthday party, so
We should
Turning
do a
40.
podcast in his backyard.
You
let's
guys,
do it, man.
you guys can all come. Listeners, you can come too. Fuck it, I don't care.
Just show your vax at the door.
Yeah, only vaxxed people though. Yeah.
That was
I
fun.
haven't seen anybody in person in like 5 years, so it'll be fun.
Are you going to be doing beer pong? Considering, like,
I don't think so.
germs and stuff.
No, I threw away my beer pong table. So yeah,
Oh,
man.
okay.
You know, it's been a while.
I-
Tim, my Saturn V looks like that because Aiden fucking knocked it over.
Yeah. Well, we've got like parts everywhere.
Oh, nice. Aiden
I
knocked
pee.
mine off the shelf and knocked the top off of it. I'm like, well,
Knocked off the shelf.
Hey,
right.
hey, John,
Yeah.
is your Dodge handy? The one you just built?
The charger.
Yeah.
I can go grab it. Yeah.
Do you mind? My kid wants to see it.
Yeah. Hang on.
I was like, oh, I don't have that one. I have like 10 of them. Best I can do is this tiny McLaren.
Oh, hey, we have that.
Yeah, they gave it to me as a freebie for something.
Oh, yeah, here. Burp, 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 burp. I got it as an impulse buy at the checkout stand.
Oh, nice. My personal favorite Speed Champions is this Audi Quattro.
Oh, nice.
I like it because the Audi Quattro is a boxy car, and so it's very well suited to be a Lego. Where something like a McLaren doesn't really translate to bricks that well.
Hold on. John just came back. He's probably going to show you.
You want out? Oh wow, that thing's a serious build.
Yeah, you see it?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Oh, is that Technic?
Yeah, it's all Technic.
Oh, okay.
It's got a V8, and that's the engine.
Engine
That
compartment.
works off the back wheels.
You see how the piston
Oh, it
moves?
moves? That's cool.
Yeah.
Looks like you need a valve job.
And the front end, like there's the
Okay.
I guess I don't know what that would be, the timing chain. But
Yeah.
Is that Fast and Furious themed?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the blower pulley, by the way, on the front, probably.
Oh, okay. I don't know. So
Jack says thanks. He appreciates it.
there's
the
the nitrous tanks. in the
Nice.
back.
He's become recently like into cars out of nowhere. Yeah.
It looks really cool. This is my third Technic, and I hate Technic, but
I remember Technic being so cool.
it looks cool, but they're such a pain in the ass to to work with.
It's a
Like,
challenge, man. Come
My
on.
fingers hurt after I build these things. So
You're just recallousing them after, many years of not playing your guitar.
one kit you should definitely buy.
Oh. There's a good shot.
Is the this little
Oh, the Batman
tumbler,
thing? Mhm.
the Batman tumbler. It's, I don't know, 7 inches long.
Pretty small.
That's what she said.
It's $40. Yeah, I know. They're gonna have a bigger version out, I think, in November. That's $200 or something. But this one it's really cool. Like, you can see Batman in there. You get Batman with
bat
his
things.
cowl, and then a Joker, I believe.
The small one.
Hey,
No, Scarecrow. That's
Hey,
it.
John. Thanks for building my tumbler.
Yeah, this is the tumbler. This is it's almost the size of like a Speed Champions car, but a little bit bigger.
It's
That's
probably the scale of a Speed Champions car, but the tumbler's a big car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've got so many big sets that we have yet to build.
Well, that's probably like an hour and a half. Oh, that's dope. The blacksmith.
Yeah, we got that. I got
Dang.
the
Welcome to
internet.
4 Legos. Change us to a Legos podcast. We'll probably double.
Yeah,
our
change-
fucking view count.
Change Twitch to Legos.
We've got we've got the Friends Apartments. We've got I still have the Apollo 11 lunar lander.
Did you get the Seinfeld set?
Yeah, I don't care about Seinfeld.
Neither do I.
We have the Barracuda Bay still. There's a couple
This one I'm
others.
looking forward to.
Oh, we have some Legoland exclusive ones. Oh yeah, that one's cool. I saw that in the store.
So the back,
Mystery Cube,
it opens up to like 3 levels from Mario 64.
the Mystery Block Mario one, where it opens the scenes. Yeah, John has it.
That's
Of course,
cool.
John has it.
I got some Twitch flair, you guys.
You got
I'm
what?
First. I'm first. And the gifter leader.
Dang.
I'm rocking the channel.
Did you give us 100 bits?
300.
Oh,
300 biddies.
Cool. Thanks, Greg.
Bits.
I gift somebody a sub every show, and today was BT Ferguson.
Aw,
Well, thank you, Greg. That's very nice of you.
You don't get to pick who you gift a sub to. You just gift it to the channel, and it picks.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that happens a lot in the
about
club
Lego.
quarantine chat.
This is the other set I'm really looking forward to.
I saw it in the store. I was like, John better fucking have this.
Dude.
That rules.
The guitar.
And there's a lot to this. I don't know if they showed on the packaging, but it's not just a guitar and amp. The amp on the insides, it has like tubes. If you're familiar with like an amplifier for a guitar, there's like tube amps that are in there. It's like a circuit board. It's like a whole thing, kind of like similar to the NES set, where it wasn't just like a gray box that you put a cartridge in. It was like the little mini thing and mini level on there, and like the working parts. It's really cool.
the way we talk about it, I read an article, and it was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know. It was definitely like pre-pandemic, pre-things going crazy. And it basically said that like investing in Lego is a more surefire way than like investing in gold at this point.
Pre-pandemic, definitely. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I bought
'cause you can
so
resell
much Lego like over the last year and a half. It's stupid. Like
Dude.
Yvonne's even like, John, you need to stop.
Just
like John.
amazing complete derail. The IATSE folks that are striking did a pose in front of a WB studio building, and they put a Spirit Halloween banner on it.
Nice. That's awesome.
That rules, man.
Lemonade, John's final masterpiece is build his house in Lego and then demolish the original, and then build a John in Lego. And yeah, I'm not gonna take apart any of my Lego.
Dude, Lego John is gonna you're gonna demolish your original house once you have the Lego house.
Right. I get that.
And then I feel like Lego John would be a lot like the robot Bill and Ted's from Bogus Journey.
I gotta watch that movie again.
What? Oh man, I could tell you Bogus Journey from memory. Most
Sure
of
you
it.
could.
So
But yeah.
That was real shitty, John. You should watch Bogus Journey as a.
I
and it's
will.
a good
I
movie.
haven't watched the new one yet, so yeah.
Watch the trio. It's fun. It'll be a fun afternoon.
I have a question, John. You never replied to my bonus content question, so I'm going to put you on the spot now.
Oh no, I read it. I don't know how that's any different from like fresh off the shelf.
Yeah, I mean it's well, other than the fact that maybe it's not fresh, but
Unless you want to do it alone. Like, I mean, what exactly? Okay, so people that are watching, Tim suggested that let's see. I do quick reviews on Instagram and YouTube. Jason and John do fresh off the shelf, but I was wondering if it might be fun to have a 4 Brewers hot takes sort of thing. Could be on Instagram or YouTube. Individually or together could be like 2 to 3 minute hot takes on a beer. Might not be the most exciting, but blah blah blah. Okay, I'm not opposed to it, but
I was just trying to think. I was just trying to think of something because, like, I know like timing mutual things and then getting the same stuff can sometimes be difficult.
Let's do a Black Tuesday one.
So, like, are you saying just do it like on your phone and post it, or like get together like we're doing now, do something really quick and then make it a thing?
It could be either or. I mean, for me, I was thinking because for me, I know Jason, you're talking about like Sober October stuff, and I got hit up by 3 Magnets, and they gifted me a sub to their new line, which is called Self Care, which is like an NA line.
Yeah, how are those?
Oh, they're fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, it's really well. The second one that I got is an NA Brute IPA, and it's a little more like bitter than the previous one, but they're like this month's theme is fresh hop, so they're like fresh hopped NAs. And anyway, I got them and they subbed it to me, and I was trying. I was like, "Oh, this is really good." And I wanted to like maybe try and pack some up, but they're shipped over the course of the month, and so it wasn't really going to work out, I think, as well. So I was just thinking, like, if we ever had something like, say, that or anything else, it's just like a one-off. If we just wanted to like throw up some quick content, like I could do something myself.
I'll say this: if you wanted to like just use your phone and do something like,
I'll send it to you for approval, of course.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like you would basically just do stream of thought, so you're not having to perform kind of thing. And then I could edit it down and post it. That's no problem if you don't want to do any kind of editing. But outside of that, you guys are free to post whatever you want. It's always been the case. So.
I don't plan on like posting anything per se. I want to like, if anything, I want to make sure you get like your final cut at approval. But I just thinking out loud, like if I had something like that I want to like. I think they're really good, and it's one of the better things I've had. So I was like, oh, it'd be cool to just do like a quick hot take on like this, or if I got something randomly, because I know like my scheduling with you guys is obviously a pain in the ass, and then getting everybody to have the same thing is a pain in the ass. So I was just trying to think of like, how
Jason
can we
with
increase
Fresh Off the
content?
Shelf, when Jason did Fresh Off the Shelf, originally that was he wanted to like basically his thing was I'll get a fresh beer every Friday because he goes to the store every Friday, and like he would set up his phone, do a thing, but it became a pain in the ass for Jason because I was wanting him to do more than he wanted to do, and you know, that's just being honest. It's my fault. So
and also just my habits have kind of changed. So,
but now with social media being the way it is, none of that stuff matters. Like if you want to post a quick 1-minute review on TikTok or Instagram or
do
YouTube
we have a
Shorts.
TikTok?
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
And TikTok, we really should be posting more content on because like shit goes fucking viral on TikTok very quick. Like it's crazy.
Teenagers love beer.
That's the only thing. Like the demographic.
Jason,
No,
I'm
there's a
telling you,
lot
man,
of old TikTok. No,
my
TikTok's
homie,
actually really good.
who's a troubleshooter at our company, like he lives on TikTok. And I'm just like, he's older than me. It kind of blows my mind. I'm like, okay. And he's learned a lot about electronics, and he's a smart fucking dude. Like, he's our head troubleshooter, and he's like, yeah, I've learned a lot of stuff watching these random people on TikTok. I bought this thing. He bought stuff that my boss said, okay, you buy that too then. And that was influenced off of TikTok. But
Yeah, no, you can
TikTok
learn a
just
lot, for sure.
get your content to eyeballs like
So-
way quicker than Instagram or YouTube. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, well, and that's the thing
Dude,
is like the
Hop
editing.
Takes is a really good name. Thank you, Bob. Hop
Love
Takes.
it. Thank you.
There you go.
I was thinking like, set up, I can record the audio separate from the video and then layer them together. And if you wanted to like edit it, then
Tim, if you want to do that, I will happily make a video.
okay. I was just thinking about it.
And I would say set up your phone in portrait format because that's going to go
Yeah.
on TikTok and Shorts for YouTube. So
Cool.
record as much as you want, and I'll edit it down to, whatever fits within the limits of those platforms. And that's cool.
I'm gonna take a bathroom break before GeoGuessr.
Okay.
Oh, we're playing GeoGuessr. All right.
I mean, while you guys are chatting.
So yeah, Tim, I encourage you to do that.
I like
I
how
would like
wait,
that.
why is Jason gone but John's his picture?
Yeah.
Because
it's his email
you're all
address.
logged into my account. So
That's hella funny.
Where in the
All right,
hell is
well,
Asheville?
perfect. Where are you?
So how many of
looking
the
for
NA
Asheville.
beers do you have from Three Magnets?
Well, first off, you're in South Carolina right now, so go up. Oh, there you are. You're
that's
north.
north.
Okay.
Tim did.
It's gonna be over to the left. I heard you.
Okay.
So I think it's every week I get 2 4-packs. They gifted me a sub, so like I want to give them a shout out too at some point. But I only have a couple left of the first one, so I was planning. I was like, I'm gonna keep these and I'm gonna make them so we can do a show. But I was like, but they're really good, and I drank too many.
If you could keep one of each 4-pack and then like just knock out like 4 different videos,
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
that'd be
I could
cool.
do that for sure.
It'd be like a whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm down to do that. That's
Okay. I had a thought, like I keep wanting. It's going to be over to the west more, I think.
all
Northwest.
right. Back to the GeoGuessr.
Oh, here it is.
I guess part of it was like I keep wanting to do. I just was trying to think of something like I could do, and then I was like, oh, maybe I could help make some more content. And anyway,
Damn, down to the yards, bros.
good job. All right. Well, maybe I'll give that a shot at some point. I'll keep you posted.
Please do it. Yes, I encourage you.
Cool.
So Lemonade's idea, did you guys comment on that?
Yeah. Didn't we did that though? Over quarantine, we had an NA show.
Did we?
Or maybe I brought NA to a rando show. I can't remember, but I definitely did.
I think
they're
the
getting
idea
a
was
lot
presented, but we never did it. Right?
Yeah.
So like
I
the
don't know.
the new Sam Adams Hazy NA is actually pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, I took September off except for the show, so
Well,
tried
and,
a lot of stuff. Pittsburgh.
sorry,
Oh, it's toppling Goliath.
Yeah.
as a,
I know. Did you see that?
Heineken did a. They had like obviously the Heine Zero, but they also did like a Heine IPA Zero or something.
Do they?
It was
Wow.
something else by them, and then yeah, there's. I mean, I feel like it's in line with seltzer. Like places are starting to do that, and the self-care stuff is like really, it's really good. So, yeah.
That was close.
It's like Decatur, Iowa, or whatever, right? Something
Yeah, I
like
thought it was Dubuque.
Cool. Yeah, I'll keep you posted on this stuff, John. I gotta take off for now, but I'll let you know.
I have a
Hey,
feeling we're in not
Wow.
Chico. Is this
You
North
think
Carolina?
it's Chico? I'll see you guys
No,
later. Take it
That's
easy.
not Chico. It's too green, North Carolina.
All right, later, man.
Later,
Bye.
Tim.
I don't know, man. This looks like Topo
Sierra Nevada.
Chico. I don't know if
Well-
Sierra Nevada has their tanks right there.
I just saw the sign.
And Chico? Chico
I
or
mean,
Mills River?
It's definitely Sierra Nevada, but
Okay.
We don't know which location.
Got it. All right.
I think this is Chico.
I don't know. I've never been to Sierra Nevada. I wish.
Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah.
it's worth, dude.
Well, of course. I just haven't done it. So
This doesn't look like Chico to me.
No, it doesn't.
it looks
It's
scaled
similar-
down for Sierra Nevada.
It's similar aesthetic, but the vibe looks different, and there's more trees.
So it's Mills River, right?
I think so.
Where was it's within the distance of Charlotte. Not
Fort
Charlotte.
Mill.
Not Charlotte, but where Wicked Weed is. Wicked Wade.
Well, don't go too far
I
south.
thought that
'cause
said
then
Green
we're-
Cheek. I was like, what the hell is Green Cheek doing here?
That's a disease you get in North Carolina. You sit too long on a mossy rock on the side of a river, you get green cheek. Could be fatal.
That's right. Yep. Kings Mountain. Who's that? Why is there a face
London.
there? That's so weird. Where is... God damn, man. I'm just going to plop it down here.
Do it.
It's going to get plopped.
You're looking for Sierra Nevada in their
Yeah.
Yeah, Mills River.
Oh, okay.
Is it by Asheville? Or you said it's by Charlotte?
It's by Asheville.
Asheville's up on the very upper left. There you go.
Oh, okay. And then Mills River is right here.
There it is. Let's put it in the brewery district. You'll get
Yeah, right.
4,997 points.
There we go. 3.5 miles. That'll do.
There you go.
That'll do.
You're close on that number, dude.
Stella Rosa. Hey, we're in the IE.
Fuck you. That's the most offensive thing I've ever heard said about the Inland Empire. God damn it.
Where in
Fuck
the
Stella
fuck
Rosa.
is this? What's the brewery?
Those
the
are
Sea
those.
Brewery?
What do they call those? That's a
It's a
Walgreens.
Walgreens.
What do they call those types of housing developments? It's like a 5-in-1 or something. There's some like particular pattern that they use to build all these townhomes that look kind of exactly the same.
Dude, I don't even see a brewery. It's like a trick one.
Is that it? This big building right here?
Yeah,
The brick.
It's still being built.
No, the big brick one.
Oh, right there.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Actually,
yeah, I see it.
I didn't mean that one, but that was it.
There was a sign on it. I can't fucking read
When?
the sign. Okay. Venn.
Well, it's Minneapolis.
You think?
Yeah, it says MPLS.
Oh, okay.
Minneapolis. Yeah.
All right, let's go to Minneapolis. Woot, woot, woot.
The Minneapolis. I'm a Minneapolis expert. I spent a good 30 minutes in there.
Woot, woot. All right, I'm going to put it right on the N in Minneapolis.
All right. We did it.
Hey, 5 miles. 5 miles. We did it. Not too shabby. Oh, there's another one. Shit, Canyon Creek.
Oh, they
Never
got
heard
a
of it.
canyon and a creek.
Never heard of Canyon Creek.
There's an ATM and I like the sign. Free beer tomorrow.
Yeah. And they have the craft beer poster too. It's all the like traditional like baby's first beer stuff.
Totally. Look at here, honey.
Well, we're in Louisiana.
Yep. Louisiana specialty foods.
These are all like really easy. I guess we got to figure out where in Louisiana. It's probably not New Orleans.
Maybe Baton Rouge. That's like
Let's
the
try-
second. I don't know if there's that many breweries in the main part of like the New Orleans.
I don't think so. No. You just half it
We
between
could go-
Lafayette and Baton Rouge, and
Yeah.
Moneyball.
Damn, so wrong.
What happened?
Whoa! It was the Louisiana food truck. We got button hooked, dude.
Oh man, we got wrecked. That was in Billings. Right by the old Cracker Barrel.
So where are they actually from?
They were in
What is that?
Billings, Montana.
Montana.
Montana. Oh, all right.
We did pretty good otherwise.
Authentic Louisiana food truck.
Well, that was fun, boys.
Oh.
Gentlemen,
Till next time.
till the
All right,
next
so thank
episode.
you to everyone who was hanging out in the chat. We had, like Jason said, a bigger crowd than usual, which is cool to see.
And a couple fun, familiar faces we haven't seen in a little while.
Especially, yeah, Bob Vreeland. I haven't seen him in person, God, a couple years at least. So
I can't wait till there's beer festivals again and I can get back out to seeing all my beer friends.
I don't really miss beer festivals myself.
See, I don't miss the festival itself. I miss running into all the beer world people that I know
Yeah.
from
And
that.
why don't we just have our own festival of friends and then we all show up and we can all just hang out?
That's a weird thing is like, I'm like, not, I don't like have these people's phone number, but I see them all the time and I'm always like happy to see them and they're happy to see me.
It's really
And now I'm like, I wish I should have gotten their
the
phone
Four
number.
Brewers Festival of Friends.
we're just gonna set up like 10 easy ups in our backyard with a table, and then we can have we can
Dude,
buy
I
beer.
have the backyard for that. Like, I can actually have a beer fest in my backyard.
and then we can camp out.
Radiant has signs up that are like, we'll host your event.
Oh, they do. There's a hot sauce fest happening next month.
We should just have
And they have
friend
vegan-
fest.
they have
4B
vegan
friend
fare.
fest.
Did you go to any of their vegan fairs?
No.
Well, okay. That was good.
I feel like John isn't like actively into the vegan lifestyle. He's just like, I just
Yeah.
so happen to be vegan. I don't like
No,
go do vegan
exactly.
stuff.
That's what it is. It's just food. Like, if there's a vegan fest and like there's some good food
You're-
to be had, then I'm down to go.
Your
but
partner
I
cooks
don't-
and she's vegan, so you're vegan too.
I don't. No, I think if I wasn't with Yvonne, I would still remain vegan because I don't want to eat meat. Like, it's been so long. I'm not against eating meat, but you know, it's not something that I would just reincorporate back into my life if I left Yvonne or she left me. So, yeah.
Dude,
But I'm not
they
a vegan
get-
enthusiast like I
if
am
they
with
got
beer.
like
so.
Beyond patties to be reasonably within 20% price parity of regular patties, I would never buy regular patties again. The problem
Well,
is
that's where we're at right now. We don't buy. I mean, we buy it once a week. You know, it's just the two of us, so we have hamburgers once a week
Linda.
or once every other week. And yeah, they are expensive, but
yeah, the problem is it's like $8 for 2 patties.
yeah,
like,
well, it's a
fuck me.
special occasion food at this point. But there's also stuff that Yvonne makes from scratch. Like I
I
think she's
appreciate it.
making lentil loaf tonight, where it's meatloaf made with lentils, and I'm looking forward to it. At first, it was weird, and if you had it, you probably wouldn't like it. But I've had it so
sounds good.
much at this point that I like it and I look forward to it and I crave it. Like
Dude.
it's
What I appreciated, like the vegan fare thing, like is discovering shit that doesn't suck. That's totally has no meat.
yeah.
And I almost prefer like they have like the fake meat shit in there, and I'm like, no, just no fake
Yep.
meat shit.
We
Just
went
give
to
me
the
beans.
Yeah,
when we
I
went to
like the
see
stuff-
Bad Religion on Friday at the Riverside Municipal Auditorium. We went to the Brickwood and they had a vegan pizza company on their back patio. I forgot their name, but it was not cheap. But god damn it, it tasted like pizza, and they had like a pepperoni something, but there was no fake meat on it. It was
It's the best. The fake meat
they
is like
they
where they
had
turns a
things that
corner.
they did that gave you pepperoni vibes on the pizza, but it wasn't pepperoni. And then it like instead of you like typically with a really good pizza you want like really creamy savory cheese, and vegan cheese does not deliver yet. It's getting closer and closer.
Yeah, the one I had like a cashew based cheese and it was all right. The flavor
Well-
was pretty good, but the texture wasn't great.
They had a cashew cheese as well, but they also, I think, used some kind of like potato thing with the cheese, so it was like mashed potato kind of thing. So it gave off like this creamy, cheesy texture, but you could tell it wasn't cheese, but it was something else. But man, it was just really good pizza. Like we bought 2 pizzas and we ate the pizzas.
Did you try
They were-
making that pizza that what's his dude made, the Ethan Chablowski or whatever?
Yeah.
He did like that healthy pizza thing with Babish.
Cliff Yablonsky.
Not that one. I did the one that was like the weekly or the weekday pizza or whatever that he makes, where it's like he makes his own pizza dough and
Yeah.
and that turned out fine. But again,
Dude, I've been playing around making my own pan pizzas in a cast iron. So the Winco by me will sell basically all the raw materials they use to make pizza at the store.
Yeah.
And so I just buy the pizza dough and sauce and everything, and then make like a nice chewy thick crust pan pizza. It's fucking good.
I'm
Nice.
still considering buying a pizza oven, like an outdoor pizza oven that gets up to
You can
like
get those ones.
800 degrees. You know?
Yeah, Brad has one, and he makes pizzas on it. And it's really good.
What's that brand? It's like Uli or some weird shit.
Yeah,
they're
something
good.
like that.
It is a big learning curve with it, like a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, but that's I mean, once you get it down, like getting that perfect, like crispy crust
Perfect thickness.
while it's still soft, that's what I'm striving to get. Because Yvonne, the way she does her dough, she lets it prove too long and it gets really fluffy to the point where the pizza's like, an
crisp.
inch thick. And that's what she likes. That's what she wants to make.
I like
And
that too.
Well, that's not what I want. I want like more of like a fluffier, flatter pizza, I guess.
I like New York.
So
New
I
York,
think
baby.
it'd be cool to experiment with the pizza
Two
that I
saucy
like.
broads, man.
What?
2 saucy broads next to Bootleggers. Best pizza in Orange County.
Oh. But yeah, I think a pizza oven would be fun to play with.
Could you say that again, Greg, but in more of a New York accent?
Hey, it's
saucy
the
broads.
2 saucy broads. They got the best pizza in Orange County.
Perfect. Are you eating your bandwidth? Like, are you BitTorrenting right now?
think he's uploading.
I have some
Are you
internet
uploading
issue.
the pod?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on my Cox right now, not my fiber. We had an issue with our fiber, so I had to switch over.
Yeah, you're looking like potato.
I have
quality.
1 bar for whatever.
One
reason,
bar
I don't
of potato quality.
One
know. So
bar.
next week, what time are we doing shit?
It'll have to be Sunday.
No. At your house,
Oh, I don't know.
like 5.
It is somewhat of a surprise.
Sarah's been reaching out, so I don't know. She asked if I could come, and I said yeah, and she said cool, and that's it. So
You want to hit up Sarah, John, with whatever the deets are?
Okay,
and then
yeah.
send that to
I'll
Greg.
hit her up.
It's again. It's been like, hey, I'm doing a thing. I'm inviting some people over. I'm like, cool, that's great. I'm glad I don't have to plan it.
okay,
Perfect.
around 4 or 5. That's what she said.
There you go.
Do I need to bring strippers like
Yes.
taco
you?
guy?
I actually am probably going to be the taco guy.
Oh, well, that's no fun on your birthday.
No, I like cooking for people. It's fun.
No,
And
hire a guy
I-
for your birthday. So you can
I have
get,
a really cool apron that I like to wear. I bought like one of those really nice
Herschel, whatever.
the ones with the ampersand on it. Yeah, so I'm excited. Should be fun. Yeah.
oh shit.
I'm turning 40, bro.
Oh
I'm
shit.
Pickle Rick. I'm old as fuck. I know, Greg. Greg's like 50, so
I'm 50. I'm almost 51 at this point.
you're young at heart, Greg.
Thank you. Young
Headley
at
and
fart.
Bennett.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Also, I've had this fucking dope flat top cooker that I got during COVID, and I've never been able to cook for people with it. So I'm excited to be able to be like,
Jason, at your party, I will eat meat tacos because
John, I
want-
can make a we're gonna make poblano asada tacos, and I can just leave the asada off and make the poblano tacos for you.
That's cool too.
I'd
Whatever
have
you
no
want to
meat.
do, man. I don't.
They
want,
do have cheese though.
Well, I mean, I can't get away from cheese. Cheese is so good. I'll take cheese over meat. That's how much I like cheese.
Cheese is
Cheese
good.
rules. I would take cheese over.
I have cheese
Yeah.
for lunch.
On that note, thanks to everyone for hanging out, and I guess we'll see you guys next Sunday because Jason's party is on
Yep.
Saturday. So
Yep.
Jason may or may not be there on Sunday.
I'll be hungover, but I'll make it. I've
I
done the
think
show
Will will.
hungover a million times before.
Cool.
We're all
right.
professionals here.
See y'all later.
Cheers.
Bye.